Hey, pre-K. So it's a new week and we have a new letter of the week. Some exciting things happened this weekend. We had a beautiful weekend. So all of our pre-Kers said that they went out biking, some went swimming, some went to the park, some were flying kites, some hung out with their grandparents at a distance. So we had a lot of fun, exciting stories from pre-K. So today we are starting the new letter of the week. The letter is W. W, w. That's the sound it makes. W, w, w. Who can tell me what letter that is? W, like water, like watermelon, like wash, like wish, like wet, like window, like well, like willow. Who can guess? Shoot. Where did I put my phone? Is my phone there? No, I didn't know you were doing a video. Is my phone here? Okay, Google. Oh, I heard it. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. There's some. Who's that? It's here. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Oh, it's. Bring it to me. Oh yeah, I'm charging it. Hurry. Becca, come on, faster. What? Do you hear your stepping? Okay, so I got my phone ready. Okay, Google, show me images of a walrus. Let's see.
Here are some pictures that match.
Look at that. This is a walrus. I told you, it kind of lives in the water. It has two very big teeth, I guess. Yes. And look how long its teeth are. Look at that. That's a walrus. It kind of is part of the seal family, and it has whiskers like a seal. Look at that. That's a walrus. Do these animals look like a walrus? No, these are not fish animals. They're not like seals. They're not water animals. So let's Google the next one. The next one is, okay, Google, show me images of a weasel. Let's see what Google says.
Here are some pictures that match.
Ah, look at the weasel. Look at that. It has a long neck. It's kind of like watching what everyone's doing. Look at that. It looks like it's snooping on people, right? It does look like that to me. Look. Now look at this picture. Do any of these look like the weasel? Yeah, for me, this one looks like a weasel right there. That one kind of looks like the weasel. Now let's Google the last one. Okay, Google, show me images of a warthog.
Check out these pictures.
Oh my goodness. I remember the warthog from Lion King. Do you guys remember the warthog from Lion King? The movie? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see if now I'm remembering. Remember, we're always looking for things to understand. Okay, Google, show me images of the warthog in the Lion King movie. Let's see.
Here are some results from a search.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Look at that. Pumbaa. Was Pumbaa? Look. Oh. Let's see. Remember this part of the movie? Pumbaa was running, and trying to scare the animal. That's a warthog. That's a warthog. So now we're looking at the picture. So our three W animals were walrus, warthog, or weasel. Ready for the poem? Oh no, that was only the who. We're up to the what. What do you think is happening in this story? I see the two animals are in a tent. The tent is green. And look outside the tent. What do you see? I see raindrops. And do they look happy? The weasel looks kind of bored. It has its head on the sleeping bag. And how about the warthog? How does the warthog look? Really sad. Why? Because it has dripping drops on his head. So what do you think is happening to the tent? Do you think the tent is perfect? Or do you think maybe the tent has a hole? I think so too. How do we know? Because of the drip drops on his head. Did you see it? Like a leak. It has a leak. Nice. So the who is the warthog and the weasel. The what is them stuck in a tent in the rain. Where? Where is this happening? In the kitchen? No. We know it's in a tent, but where do we usually have tents? Usually either in the backyard, you could have a tent sometimes, but I don't think a warthog and a weasel will hang out in the backyard. How about in a forest or a jungle maybe? Maybe they're camping. They're camping, warthog and weasel. So they're camping and there is a hole in the tent with water dripping down. Okay, now let's see what the next one is. Ready? The who we said, what we said, where we said camping, maybe in a forest. When? When did this happen? Well, you can see that it's not dark outside. So it's during the day. I'm assuming in a rainstorm during the day. I can't tell you what year. I can't tell you long ago or today because there's no outfits. There's no costumes on them. But I could tell you it's not a real story because it's not real people. It's animals. So we did who, warthog and weasel. What? They're in a tent stuck in the rain. Where did this happen? Probably camping in a tent in the forest. When did this happen? During the day, but we don't know when. And why did this happen? I think they went on a field trip with their friends, animal friends, and all of a sudden they had a big day of activities and it started to rain. So they got stuck inside the tent, and that's why the weasel is so sad. And all of a sudden, the warthog was also sad, and drip drops started falling on his head. Raindrops started falling by the leak in the tent. That's my guess. So I did the who, the what, the where, the when, the why. Now let's hear the poem. Ready? A weasel and a warthog waited in their tent. Wah, wah, wah. The weather was too wet. Let's try it again. A weasel and a warthog waited in their tent. Wah, wah, wah. The weather was too wet. That's our W poem. So now we're going to see, are we right? The animals were a weasel and a warthog, and they are in the tent, not happy in their tent. And the weather was too wet because the weather was too wet is rain. And that's rain, you see? So now we're going to find the uppercase W's and the lowercase. They look the same. One is just taller and bigger. So let's see. W for weasel, that's a lowercase. W for warthog, that's a lowercase. W for waited, that's a lowercase. I don't see any more W's. We have lowercase, lowercase, lowercase. W, w, w. The weather, lowercase weather. Like when we say, what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather out today? That's our W, weather. Weather, was is a lowercase w, and wet, W-E-T, wet is a lowercase w. Now let's have some fun. Let's take the word wet and let's find some rhyming words. Wet. Let's change the W to a B. Be, be, bet. Now let's take the W and make it L. L, let. Now let's take the L and make it an S. Set. Those are the et family. let, wet, set, ret, fet, met, chet. All these are W words. Not all are real words, but it's the sound we're looking for. So a weasel and a warthog waited in their tent. Wah, wah, wah. The weather was too wet. And that's our poem of the week. We love our W words. Everyone think of a W song. And hopefully tomorrow we'll learn some W words. Remember to watch more of Gabby's videos on how to complete the letter V, cut and paste, and how to write the W word, how to write letter W, and our Hebrew letter of the week if we're not done. I think we're done. I'm not sure. I have to double check. Love you all. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow on Zoom and in the next YouTube. Bye, everybody. Don't forget, we have to figure out a song for our letter W word. I can't remember what our W song was. I have to think about it. Okay, I'm going to think about the animal we have in our W. Bye.